Restarted.
Hey, what's up, guys? Ryan here with Standup Paddleboards, again with a live broadcast. Last week we had so much fun, so we thought maybe we'll just do this every week and give all the folks out there that are interested in our brand a chance to ask us questions, check out some of our products, and give out some sweet deals while we're at it. So today, it's finally sunny outside, and summer is, I feel like it's finally here. When we did this last week, the weather was kind of crappy. So it was the first day of summer, but it didn't really feel like the first day of summer. And then it rained. But today it's nice out, the sun's out, it's hot out, time to do some paddleboarding or maybe kayaking. So what we're doing today for this live broadcast is 30% off our Calypso kayaks. You can see it's right there. So this is our Calypso kayak. We talked about it a little bit last week, but we didn't spend a lot of time with it. So we're going to focus on the kayak today. Which is a really sweet vessel. These kayaks, they pack up into a bag similar size as what our paddleboard bags are. They're just a little bit bigger, but they'll still fit in the back of your hatchback or your Prius or whatever you're driving. Throw it in the back of the truck, whatever you got to do. It's made out of the ultralight fusion technology that we use in our ULF boards. So it's light, it's really durable, and it's extremely rigid. And the way it's made is basically two paddleboards that are kind of strapped together is how you have to think of it. There's a top layer and there's a bottom layer, and they're both made out of individual pieces of drop stitch. And then they have their inner rails on them that hold the air in, and then they're attached by this outer rail, which you can see right here. So with the kayak kits, you get the kayak, obviously, comes with a wheelie bag. There's a carbon fiber shafted paddle, and it comes with the kayak seat. Of course, a manual pump and a maintenance kit as well. Same sort of package that you get with all of our boards. But I'm going to take this apart and we'll start going through in a little bit more detail. So this is the paddle that it comes with. This paddle breaks down into 4 pieces right here. There's one blade. There's the middle shaft, the other middle shaft, and then the other blade. The reason why it comes in 4 pieces is so that you can easily pack it into the backpack. And then when you clip it together, this middle shaft here, which is going to be hard to see, but this middle shaft has a couple holes here so you can adjust the angle of your paddles depending on your paddling style. And then you put this thing together, and that's it. And then depending on how you like to paddle, you can adjust here, and it just offsets the 2 paddles from one another for different kind of water conditions or however your paddle style is. Move my coffee out of the way here. This is the seat. So this is the same kayak seat that we sell that goes with our paddle boards. It has 2 clips on the back and 2 clips on the front. And there's a ton of adjustment here so that when, depending on if you like to sit a little bit further forward or you need a little bit of extra leg room. Sometimes when I paddle this thing, I have my dog with me and she just sits between my legs, so I like to have my seat all the way at the back. But this actually folds up really easy and fits in the bag. There's a little pocket on the back here that can help hold like your wallet or your keys or stuff like that. It's not a waterproof pocket, so just be aware of that if you're putting your cell phone in there. And then there's a cup holder on the back. And we like to fish with these things. So we'll actually just stuff our fishing rod in this cup holder and have it go all the way through. It's not a solid bottom. And then you can just paddle along and have your fishing rod sticking out the back. And then to install this thing, there's 2 straps on the side that kind of pull the side pieces in and sort of hug you a little bit. And then there's 2 straps at the back. And then you make the adjustment at the back to move it forward or backwards. And then you make this adjustment here on the side nice and tight to make sure that when you're sitting in the seat doesn't just fold backwards. So you put it in. There's some loops here in the kayak that you can use to adjust the sort of the hugginess, I like to call it. And then at the back, that's where you clip it on to make sure it doesn't move back and forth. You can adjust this here and here with these straps on the back. And then that gives you the opportunity to move your seat a little bit forward or a little bit backwards. If you move it forward, you just have to tighten these straps more based on how much you make it loose at the back. There we go. So now with the seat in there, you're pretty much ready to kayak. You can just sit in this thing, just like this. Boop. Wish I was on water. And then you're ready to paddle away. So some people like to put their feet up like this. Some people like this. If I'm with my dog, I actually just kind of sit like this. And then, well, come. My dog sits right in the front. Come. See? Easy peasy. Come on. That's it. And we go on adventures. Just like that. See? She's happy. I think. Okay, come. Oh, someone's asking a question. How long until this starts? How long until this starts? It started already. Okay. So some of the features of this kayak, you can see there's handles at the front and at the back. We call these portage handles. This is so that you can have a 2-person carry, or also if you're launching, you can put one end in and you use the handle to push it out. So there's a handle at the front. There's a handle at the back. This makes it really easy for 2 people. There's tie downs at the front right here. And these actually stretch quite a bit. So you can use those for tying down coolers, dry bags, whatever kind of gear you're bringing with you. And then again at the back, there's even bigger ones. So these stretch out quite a bit. So you have tons of room to pack your gear. This kayak actually has 2 chambers. The bottom and the top are 2 separate chambers. So when you inflate this thing, there's a valve at the back here. And this is to inflate the top. It's the same kind of valve that we use on our paddleboards. It's a Bravo sup valve. It's rated for 29 PSI, even though we only fill the kayaks up to 14 PSI. And then there's another one you can't really see, but it's behind the seat here. It's another valve, same as this one, Bravo sup valve. And then you inflate the bottom. There's handles on the side, which help for like a suitcase carry. It's not a very heavy vessel, so like one person can carry it pretty easy. It weighs about 32 pounds. And then there's a handle on this side as well. So if you're carrying it and it's like really windy or something like that, you can carry it over your head like this, which makes it just kind of nice and easy. And then in the middle, there's a little drain plug. So there's a drain plug here. You can, because as you're pedaling, you're gonna take on a little bit of water sometimes. You just open that drain plug and then you can drain the water out. And then finally, this is what the bottom looks like. So it comes with a slide-in fin, which you are going to want to use. It's just like a paddleboard. If you don't have your fin in, you're going to find that you paddle in circles a lot. So on the back here, the fin just slides in. There's a little clip here that goes in like this, and that holds the fin in place. Once you put that in, that fin's not going anywhere, and then you're good to go. Makes tracking way better. Without this fin, you're not going to really be able to go anywhere because every paddle your boat's going to turn. And then that unclips, you can pull it out and pack it away with your pump and everything else in the bag. Okay, there's a bag around here somewhere. So this is the bag that it comes with. This bag actually has the kayak in it right now. So when you order this kayak, it comes in a box. It has this bag. Everything's already packed. Oh, get this out of the way. So when you open it up, this is what you're going to see. This is the kayak seat that comes with it. This packaging is made out of corn, so you can actually recycle it, or you can compost it. It's going to disappear. If it ends up in a landfill, it's going to disappear in a couple of months. Here's the pump that it comes with. This is our single chamber pump, and more on that in a little bit. This is the paddle. And this is the kayak. So this here is the exact same kayak. This is how small it rolls up. So pretty easy to transport around. Doesn't weigh a ton, so pretty much anybody can carry it. And then everything packs up nice and neat. One thing we don't do is, if you think about like when you buy a tent or something like that, it comes in a bag that is like so insanely packed tight and small for shipping that I don't think the bags ever get reused. I have no idea how they get them back in the bag. That's not something we've done. We make our bags so that they're easy to repack, because I know how frustrating it can be when you're trying to fit everything in a bag that somebody used a vacuum to suck completely tiny for shipping. But that's how easy that is. And then there's tie downs here, so you can put other stuff if you're carrying it. There's wheels on the bottom, which make it easy to drag around if you're just in a parking lot, or depending on what kind of waterway you're using. And then there's tons of handles. So there's backpack straps, you can wear it. There's a handle on the bottom here and here, so you can throw it into the back of your vehicle. Or for those of you that are super adventurous, and just throw it onto your back and lug this thing up the side of a mountain. Just like that. Let's find the other side of this belt. There we go. Easy peasy. So even if you have like a long ways to go to the beach, say from your parking spot, and say it's gravel, the wheels aren't the greatest, you can just throw this on your back, carry it around. It looks a little bit big, but it's actually not that cumbersome to wear at all. So pretty easy to just throw it on there. So that is our Calypso kayak. Again, we are selling these things on sale right now for 30% off. That works out to $1,050 Canadian, something like that, plus or minus $1 maybe. before tax. Again, these kayaks, which I've mentioned in emails and stuff before, they only ship in Canada. So if you are interested and you're in the States, you can shoot us an email and we can try and figure something out. But if you're to order right through our site, they're only going to be able to ship within Canada. So you're not going to have any shipping options if your shipping address is in the US. Anyway, I think I'm going to take a break, get some water.
There's only one person in.
Yeah.
I was gonna go look at our YouTube live and see